What's up, guys? In this video, I wanted to share with you a comment that I read in a real estate group that I'm a part of. And it was kind of disturbing, the comment. But that being said, there's some really good lessons to take away from this comment that I read. So I wanted to share those lessons with you today. First, let's start off with the comment itself. Here's a screenshot of it. I'll read it real quick. This person said, quote, "Tisk, tisk, tisk. A guy in foreclosure who I contacted 2 months ago reached out to me yesterday, 1 month after his foreclosure, asking for help. Idiot waited way too late, cost himself a fresh start, cost my agent a commission, and cost myself high 5 figures that I could have netted from the deal. Calling me as the sheriff is at his door to drag his stuff out. SMDH. Now, I'm not too hip, but I think that means so much damn hate." Okay, where do we start? Number one, guys, my first reaction to this was, okay, this guy or gal, whoever it is, they clearly don't understand that they still may be able to help this homeowner. Okay, so here's the first lesson. If you're a real estate investor and you're dealing with folks in pre-foreclosure or tax delinquency status, and let's say you don't get a deal together or the homeowner doesn't agree to sell you their home prior to the auction and the property sells, understand this: you can still help that person and profit from that property. Let me say that again. If a homeowner loses their home at an auction or tax sale, depending on how much it sold for, you can still help that person and make a profit. Okay, now how does that work? Well, that leads us to number two. If you don't know how that works, okay, take some time, invest a little time, not just for you, but for the people that you're trying to serve, right? The homeowners. Take some time, invest in your education, go to YouTube and just type in Overage Syndicate right here, okay? Or just go to www.overagesyndicate.com. and start to learn this process. Let me describe it very briefly to you. Here's the thing. If a property sells at auction, a lot of investors, a lot of hedge funds are buying at these auctions. They're paying a premium, okay? What is happening, especially in today's market, is a lot of these properties are actually selling for more than the debt that's owed on them, okay? So if a homeowner owes a bank, say $150,000, let's say their home is worth $300,000. If it goes to auction and an investor buys it for, let's say $250,000, they don't want to pay full retail, right? But let's say they pay $250,000. The bank is going to take their $150,000 and they're going to walk away. So what happens to that other $100,000? That can go back to the homeowner that lost the home. And if you can help them recover that $100,000, you can earn a commission, okay? 20, 30% on average. That is the high-level overview. Again, go to the YouTube or go to the website you see here to learn more about that process, okay? So there's that. Number three, lose the entitlement mentality, okay? Just because you are in the business or just because you reach out to someone, you make a phone call, you send a letter, you present an offer to buy someone's home, doesn't mean that they have to say yes. And it doesn't mean you are owed anything because you put in some work and effort. Welcome to life and sales in general, guys. Like, here's the thing. Most people that you present an offer to, not just in real estate, but in any business, most people are going to say no, okay? And so just because you presented them with a solution doesn't mean that you need to be rewarded for that. Because here's the thing, everyone has their decisions. Now, regardless of whether they make a good decision or a wrong decision, it's not up to you. Let people make their decisions, and they obviously have to live with the consequences, and you move on to another person, okay? It's like that saying, right? You can't make a horse drink, right? Or how's the saying go? lead a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Okay. Same thing applies here. You can present an offer that could help someone and they can still say no, even if it's not in their best interest. But just because they said no doesn't give you the right to feel like you're entitled to some sort of financial compensation. And it also doesn't give you the right to be an asshole and judge that person. So be better is the bottom line. Now, here's the flip side. Don't make decisions for people. And I see a lot of beginners in business do this as well. Okay. What they do is if you're just starting out, you think, this person, there's no way this person's going to accept my offer. And you don't make the offer, right? And you take yourself out of the game. You make a decision for the person when you decide not to present an offer. Not just in real estate, guys. This is in business as well. In any business, if you have a solution and you decide, no, I'm not gonna offer or present my solution to this person because XYZ reason, you have made the decision for that person that they are going to say no. And that's not right, guys. That's not right. Present the offer and let people make their own decision. Don't count yourself. Don't count yourself out. Don't take yourself out of the game. Get out of your own way. If you're a beginner, present the offer and then let the chips fall where they fall. Let the decision be upon the person that you gave the offer to. Okay? So that's the flip side of that, is a lot of beginners fall into that trap where it's like, I'm just not going to make that phone call because there's no way they're going to say yes. Don't make that mistake. Finally, bonus. Person obviously has some good confidence. Confidence is key, but pride will be your downfall. And at the end of the day, I can see if this person communicated with the seller the way that they posted this comment on Facebook, I can see why the seller probably didn't want to do business with this person. I know I've experienced this where I've actually walked away from deals or not gone through with deals where I could have made a profit simply because I didn't want to deal with the person. I didn't want to deal with the difficulty of that person, their difficult personality or whatever it may be. And, there's a fine line, right, between having confidence and just being prideful and thinking you know everything. Because here's the reality, guys. We are not as good as we think we are. None of us are. We're not as good as we think we are. There's always room for improvement. We can all do better. We can all learn more. We can all acquire new skills. We can improve upon the skills we already have. Okay. And here's the thing, your solution, okay, and this is specifically for us real estate investors, your solution is actually probably going to cause another problem. Just because if we can give someone cash for their house, okay, we think we're saving them. We think we're giving them a fresh start. But the reality is, in most real estate markets, that cash is not going to get them into a home equal to or better than the one they're leaving now. In most real estate markets. Okay. So at the end of the day, I would recommend don't see yourself as some savior. And this is an interesting quote I heard from someone is, be cautious, and I'm paraphrasing here, be cautious if you position yourself as a savior, because saviors get crucified. So have confidence, but don't be a jerk, and be open to improving upon yourself and your knowledge and your skills. Okay, so that's all I have. Some really good lessons. So I appreciate that person sharing that comment, because there's some good lessons. I learned something today. I learned something from reading that. I learned that I need to be better. Sometimes I'm a jerk, and sometimes I put myself above others, and that's not right. And I need to do better. So appreciate the comment. Hopefully you guys learned something as well. Again, If you're helping folks in pre-foreclosure or tax delinquency, and you don't know how you can help them if their home does go to auction, make sure you go to that YouTube channel. It's Overage Syndicate or overagesyndicate.com. Okay. At least then, because if you're an investor, I get where this person's coming from as well. Like, I get the frustration here. I have felt this myself in deals. Like, I totally understand where he's coming from. I would be frustrated too. And I get frustrated when I know I can help someone and they say no. Okay. Like, I get the frustration. There's nothing wrong with the frustration. But with that being said, this deal isn't over. There's still potential to profit. And so rather than be angry, just learn more, increase your skills and knowledge so you can do more and help more. And when you help and serve others, ultimately you're going to make more money. That's the bottom line.